had to describe Trinity in one word, it would be colorful. Oxford Dictionary describes colorful as having much or varied color, bright, but also as full of interest, lively, and exciting. For the first definition, Trinity's sense of style immediately comes to mind. Floral patterns and vibrant colors. Floral patterns and vibrant colors are a must. Not far behind her style in terms of color are her pens, which are varied and numerous. For one assignment, she used a different color for each word and no color was reused. This explains why Trinity also often colored outside the lines of deadlines. I believe the second definition is an even better fit for Trinity, however. She is full of interest and she is lively and exciting. I've yet to find a subject or topic that Trinity is not curious about or already well-versed in. She is unable to resist jumping into a new activity or task in order to improve its outcome. When Trinity is excited about something, you can believe that the excitement is going to be infectious. Trinity, I hope that you use your powers for good, and that you bring your color everywhere you go. Remember to color outside the lines, but not for too long. Thank you for being my student, and thank you for doing what you will do.
Hello, everybody. So, most of you don't know me, so I'm going to start out telling you just like a little bit about me, like an icebreaker. My name is Trinity Waterhouse, first of all. My favorite franchise is The Lord of the Rings. I am a perfectionist and my spirit animal is Mothman. I came to Fusion halfway through my sophomore year of high school. In this stage of my life, I was in my goth phase. I had pandemic grade hygiene. I had lost all of my friends. Where am I? I was recovering from the natural effects of a fine arts high school. It was almost a year into complete social isolation, and I had a fresh, right diagnosis of autism. I called this state, I forgot what my legs looked like. Then I toured the Fusion Academy in a lovely little office building, and I was starstruck. Immediately, I was like, ooh, this is so cool. I saw the ping pong table in the recording studio, and I was like, let's do this. I apologize, I can't find where I left off. Oh, I asked Brian if I could start tomorrow, the next day, and he said, no. Let's start selecting actual classes and letting your teachers know you exist. And I was like, oh, okay, that's probably good. This school became my safe place. I felt comfortable, I felt companionship with the staff. No one acted like my accommodations were a burden or unnecessary. And for the first time in my life, I could learn as effortlessly as any other kid. At Fusion, I could use all of my traits that previously hindered me and use them to my advantage. I have and always will say that Fusion and its teachers give me a better quality education than any public school ever could. I made so many creative and obscure projects than I ever hoped for. I have met some of the coolest people and had the most incredibly meaningful yet strangest conversations of my life there. And those experiences have molded me into who I am today. I learned how to act like a human being, properly express my opinions, and how to be an effective leader. All of this has helped me become the person who I always wanted to be and who I knew I could be. In the foreseeable future, I will be continuing my dance training, begin modeling school, getting a higher education in fashion design, becoming a professional nerd, and most excitingly, building a community for teens with invisible disabilities. I would like to thank all the wonderful people who have made this reality feasible, starting with the Fusion staff. I want to thank all of my teachers who've managed to put up with me and all that comes with it, even more so those who survived and did not quit because of me. For For I know I am your most difficult student, most stressful. I want to thank my lead teacher, Forrest, the one who had the highest density of classes with me, and who fought the most to stay on topic more than any person I have ever met. No matter how much I have derailed the conversation, he's like, oh, okay, let's get back there. Every time. I could not win. I want to thank Taiwan, one of the most interesting people I have ever met, for making math, and explaining the universe as well as all the movies that exist within it. I want to thank Joshua for the stack of Kudunk cards for every single class, all of which I was late for, that currently reside in my room and will be framed. I want to thank my English teachers, Cody, Caitlin, and Maria, because it took me 3 weeks to write something. I want to thank Joan and Carla for planning my future, and Corey for just being a bro. I also want to thank those who've had the pleasure of not teaching me. Cindy, our overseer. Kayla, the wise. Sam, the man. Where am I? Rachel, the sticker keeper. Ryan, the barista. Susan, the matriarch. Dana, the dino. Leah, the science queen. Nick, the coach. Angel, the girl boss. Kay, the muse. Mohammed, the brain. Ray, the art mom. Scott, the lab rat. Tadeo, the pollo. Sam, and the lost but not forgotten who now reside in photo form on Nick's wall. I want to thank my friends who have made the whole life weird and bearable. But last but not least, my parents, who will probably get mad at me later for not thanking them enough, because they have done so much for me. And if I could list all the things that they've done, I would probably be here for 2 weeks. They've managed to keep me alive this far, which is really, really impressive. And the people who, aka my parents, made my whole life possible through the power of love and bank account. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Earning a foundation's diploma, Trinity Waterhouse.